Hey guys, okay, so I'm gonna finish this series up with these 2 vlog series on narcissism, on just how to love a narcissist. And for me, one of the ways in which I have found to navigate is a training technique that I actually learned in a communication course I took, and it's really actually a really awesome exercise. It's called I'd like to kind of think of it as mirroring, and basically what you do, but it's kind of like mirroring with an intention. And in fact, maybe that's what I should just call this vlog, is mirroring with an intention. I don't know if anyone will understand that, but it's how I successfully navigate my narcissists. And what I do is, because if I get all jumbled up in their drama, so let me just catch up. If this is the first vlog that you've watched on loving a narcissist, I talked about, my first vlog, I talked about how they lack empathy, they will never apologize, and they will never take fault. They also are very judgmental, and they expect you to change to meet their needs. They will never change to meet your needs. They may pretend to do that to get you back if you've walked away or you just can't deal with them anymore. They'll try to act as if they've changed, but they never really change. The narcissists that I know will never ever change. They may change their mood on a good day and be nice, but underneath that, their roots are not. Their roots are just, that's just who they are. That's who they are. They're judgmental. They expect you to do as they say. If you don't do as they say, then you are going to be in a world for hurt. You always have to come to them. You always have to apologize to them, and you're always wrong. You're just always wrong. They're never going to apologize, and they'll never accept blame for anything ever. And that's why it's just really hard, because it's not a equal footing relationship. If you do love a narcissist, definitely take them to counseling. Tell them, if you want to get better, let's go to counseling. And it'll be amazing to see them try to manipulate the counselors. And sometimes they can manage to sway the counselors, but just give it time, because they eventually show their colors. Just stay strong to who they are, and their colors eventually do show through. And then they end up quitting counseling, and then they'll actually say there's something wrong with the counselor. Like, the counselor was this, or the other, I'm not going back to that counselor. And they'll switch counselors, and they'll do the whole thing all over again, and the entire process starts all over again. But loving a narcissist, the best thing that I have found that's an effective tool for communication is mirroring with the intention that they are who you want them to be. So before I pick up the phone, or before I know I'm going to be spending any significant time with a narcissist, I will almost project into that room possibility, love, hope, passion, all these things. And so the mirroring exercise that I did in this communication course is, say you have a relationship with someone like a narcissist, and you build all of what you do is you tell your partner who it is that you're having difficulty with, and then you would describe all their personalities to that person. And then what the person's job is that you're speaking to them, what they do is they mirror back to you the exact opposite, right? So it would be someone that's very humble, very gracious, very thankful, very empathic, very sweet, kind, strong, but also open to other opinions, very open-minded, right? So then what you have to do as the partner is you have to now communicate to that person utilizing those traits that your partner just came up with: hope, passion, inspiring, non-judgment, very empathic. And so you, in your mind, in the context of your brain, you act as if that's the person you're talking to. So it's kind of like a little bit of a mind trick within yourself. But I'll tell you what, if you can, and sometimes the thing of it is, it takes a lot of strength to be able to kind of hold that frame in your mind, because it is exhausting and it's draining, and that's why I can't be around narcissists. I literally, my time has to be very limited because they just totally drain me. Anyway, so one of the things that I'll say is that I'll just pretend that that person is forgiving and loving and hopeful and believing in me and believes in my dreams and what I want to do, and they're supportive and they're loving, and and I'll hold that. So when I'm speaking to them, no matter what they say or do, what's in my mindset is all of these things. Now the thing of it is, you can only kind of keep that up for so long, because they are, again, they're master manipulators. And sometimes if you're doing it, they'll actually kind of make fun of you. If you're, they'll call you, stupid, or you're an idiot, or why are you being so, like, mushy, or who talks like that, or, they'll put you down. And they'll put you down in a way that they'll be laughing. And they'll say, oh, you're so sensitive, I was just joking. And it's like, that's, when someone says things that the narcissists say, they're not funny. But what'll happen is you'll end up kind of laughing with them. But when you do that, whether you realize it or not, on a subconscious level, you're actually accepting that belief system, even though that's not your belief system. And that's where it gets where you kind of feel like you're going crazy. And that's why I ended up having to go on an antidepressant for that brief little time in my life, because I was just literally I thought that I was who they were saying I was, even though I knew I wasn't. It was just exhausting. It was really actually only until I was able to get away and completely remove myself that I got better. And actually, now that I'm living in Tucson and I'm really able to completely dedicate myself to just kind of like my total spiritual healing of my mind, body, and spirit, I'm able to kind of just have a breath and really just look at all different aspects of all the different relationships that I have in my life. And I'm able to really see that, especially if I go and spend time around these types of personalities, it's just like, it's so glaring, because you haven't been kind of in that battleground around that energy, that it's like almost a little bit shocking. It's funny, because I almost wish that there is a way they could record themselves, or that they could educate themselves on what a narcissist is. I wonder if a narcissist would read about a narcissist and know that they're a narcissist. Or I wonder if a narcissist could watch this video and think, oh gosh, I'm not that, but this person is, and this person is, and this person is. That would be actually kind of funny. I wonder if that. Now, at the same time, I do want to again say, with all forwardness, that I believe we all have threads of degrees of narcissism, and I don't think, again, all narcissism is bad. I think that it is good to believe in yourself. I believe it's good to have confidence. I believe it's good to sometimes go to top brass management. I believe it's good to have that energy and be self-directed, but the thing that's missing is a space to hold for someone else at whatever level they are, and not judge them. So if someone is not believing, or doesn't have the right hair color or nail color or outfit, or they're not skinny or whatever, it's just like, I can't stand judgment on people. It just like, it literally just like, it hurts me when that occurs. So anyway, try the mirroring exercise. Try visualizing whoever the person is that you're going to talk to. Kind of put them in a framework, a mirror framework of just create whatever, write down all the characteristics you think they have that's bothering you, and then take the polar opposites of them. And then the next time you call them or you talk to them, believe in your mind that they've changed, and you're actually talking to someone else who has these different traits. It's an interesting drill, and it really is powerful. again, you're not going to be able to hold on to that for very long. It gets exhausting. And that's why sometimes, for me, I know that's why I drank to excess when I was around these people, because that's the only way, like, I had to just, like, physically escape. So what I've now decided is that no one is worth my health or my sobriety. So I just, you know, if I know that I'm at that space where that's about to happen, I will just remove myself for that person, or I'll have my partner be in a space of protection towards me, so that it won't be something that I have to be around, or that I have to deal with. So I hope these things help you. It is a really, it's a tough nut. Loving a narcissist is very, very draining. And it's something that, like, I think I'm a really strong person, and I get to points in my life where I literally just can't do it anymore. And when I find myself fully removed from the narcissist, I just have, at first I go through almost like a PTSD, like I almost like need 2 days to just kind of like decompress from them, from their just drama and negativity. But then once I have those, like, you know, 2 days, I just been able to just kind of like just be in a room and have there just be peace, or just be in a room and have there just be like silence and, you know, and quietness. Then I bounce back to being Kita again. And but it's tough, and it's tough if you have them in your family, because you know, you can't get away from them. At least I choose not to get away from them, because I choose to love them. A lot of people, it's so bad they can't be around them. And believe me, it gets bad enough if most normal, sane people would not choose to constantly re-engage. But that's what happens sometimes when you've been raised by this kind of an environment, is you just always want to help them. It's kind of like you... if you have a partner that has family members that are narcissists, they're actually really great partners, because they're the exact opposite of their family. They're very empathic, very kind, very loving people. But at the same time, they're also people that emotionally have been pretty beat up. And I think sometimes they just get later in their lives where they just are like, I could see if you didn't have someone reinforcing you, it would be really, really, really hard. So anyway, you guys, I hope these little tips help you. This is just something that comes from my heart. I am not a psychiatrist, psychologist. I've just been someone who has a total black belt in dealing with narcissists. And let me tell you, I have like a 20-degree black belt in it. I can, their manipulation and their ways are just, it's something I've dealt with for a very, very long time. But try that mirroring exercise, because that really, really can help. The other thing is just know that it's not forever. The conversation that you're having with them, you know, create a safe environment and a place that you can go to renew yourself. I just went to the gym and worked out. It was a really great workout. But just always know that you are as far away from safety as you are as just getting up and walking out of the room, or getting off the phone, or, you know, whatever it is. But definitely start to look for cheerleaders, because you're going to need cheerleaders. If you have narcissists in your life, you're going to need to have backup, because you literally can go crazy. You can literally feel like you're going crazy. Anyway, I know it's kind of a heavy vlog, and I know the other one was kind of a heavy vlog, but I just think it's something I just wish that someone had been able to tell me a little bit about their characteristics. I've never, ever, no one has ever told me. I've always heard the expression, oh, she's such a narcissist or whatever, but I never really understood the definition and characteristics. And I wish that someone had told me earlier in my life, because then I would have been able to identify certain people as that's what they are, and it would almost just allow me not to be as penetrable and take them as seriously, and just realize, again, something happened in their childhood that made them be that way. It doesn't excuse them, but it can give you almost a sense of it's almost like a sense of definite empathy, but it just almost a sense of understanding. It doesn't excuse the behavior, but it just gives you a little bit, I don't know, I find it almost easier for me to be around them because I just feel like, wow.